chemistry among the starting five, among the superstars. I know you hate the super team label. How valuable is that chemistry as you prepare to make what's presumably the final step on a championship puzzle?
Necessary. The only way you can get to where you want to go is time. You can't just, like I said, wave the magic wand, we're going to do it. They're all individual players, they have greatness in their positions, and now it's about putting them together. And you see that, they understand how it works, what it should look like when we're playing at our best. So that chemistry is done. Now it's about, adding in our bench so we can not overplay anyone at any time, and we have a very good bench that we can rely on at any given time. So that's exciting. It's really a part of the puzzle. No team. I won my first year as a coach in Phoenix because the team was always already together. I was the new addition, you know what I mean? Whereas, it's harder when you're bringing all new players together. It just takes time. Vegas, it took time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's patient. You don't want to skip steps, but you need to be quick learners, and you have to have a sense of urgency what it looks like. And we've had experiences, so now we know those experiences. We're going to win every game? Probably not, and I probably don't want to, because you need to learn from that. But we want to make sure we're playing great basketball when it really matters.
Coach, I'm curious, who do you think on the team would make the best WNBA owner, and why?
WNBA what?
Owner.
Oh, I think we have a few, to be quite honest, but I think...
You have to pick one or two.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll probably go Stewie. I think Stewie's going to be a good owner because she's got a strong voice about, how do we improve this league and everything like that. And probably Sabrina. They're entrepreneurs, that's for sure. Their brand and... but they all probably could be. I don't want to feel bad, but yeah, they all could. Leaders. They're great leaders.
Your team provided a variety of answers.
Yeah.
And I'm also curious. Obviously expansion is probably number one topic in the league. What's the next city you would like to see the league expand into?
Miami.
Also heard that from a couple of players.
I played there, so I got married there. So I've got a lot of connections there. I love Miami. Going to the Sunshine State would be nice.
Well, thank you,
Coach.
Sandy, you've been around in the game for a while. The Motherhood seems they're doing more to help mothers through the CBA. I think. What have you seen as a mother and having players now who are...
Yeah, look, and I think you just said it. It's like in the CBA, we're supporting our mothers, whether future mothers as well. And that's a part of it. Like, these are females, we're professional athletes, but you're getting supported because planning for the future. And, if you want to have a family, there's opportunities where they can help you there. But I think that's a part of it. Like, I know when I first came into the coach, maybe... I probably shouldn't say it, but you didn't have that. Like, I was a mother, but I'm also a coach, and I'd like to be supported on both. But if you didn't support me being a mother, I wouldn't have probably coached. Wouldn't still be here, because that's being a family. But I think we're very supportive of that. We help our players make sure that they have everything and support not just for themselves but their partners. And it's going to continue to get better and better. And we do that with our national team too. Like, we support our players with our families, because we want them to be a part of this journey too.
When you played, do you remember, was there any sport at all talked about, or anything that would help?
No, I don't think there was. And I don't know many. None of my teammates had kids, but I would imagine it would have been very difficult back there. I don't think what we have now, just the support that they get. I think it's just an added bonus that if you want to keep playing, you can. It doesn't matter. You don't have to stop when you have a family. You can come back, and if you're good enough, you can still compete at a high level, and you feel the support that you need to be able to do that.
Coach, you're one of the first major international stars of this game. So when it comes to expanding this game internationally, expanding the W's footprint, how do you think the league can continue to do that, and how do you think they've done so already?
Yeah, look, I think I have 9 players here in training camp, and that will make finals teams. So you see, basketball is a global game, and it's the best league in the world. So everyone wants to come and play here. So obviously the prioritisation allows us to draw on them. The 2 to 3 year players, at least they have the exception, because getting them experience helps them to come back and earn a spot here. I think we're on the right track. Where can we get a little intermeshed with the globally, that we can all be on the same page and support each other? And I think that's important, because we have the Olympics this year, and we all go back, and everyone wants to play for their country, but they can't. My players can come here and play in the WNBA, but there's no not many countries that say you can't, because I want them to experience this. This is their job too, even though it's their passion, it's also their job and they're getting paid to do it, but they always want to represent their country too. So I think the support that we all need to show them is great, and it's a global game, and I'm glad that we have so many players from different countries. We have Germans, the Dominican Republic, we have Bahamas, obviously Australians, a lot of Turkish, it's great, Japanese. It's great that we have so many different players from different countries playing here.
Final one from me. You mentioned that when you came into Phoenix, you were the newcomer. When you came into New York, you were technically speaking the newcomer in a way. So throughout all that, we know what the starting five could bring. But what does Sandy Brondello bring to the table at the end of the day?
Yeah, hopefully experience. Been through the mud with them. Continue to learning and evolving. That's why I say it's like we aim for perfection, but I'm not going to be perfect. I aim to mess up as much as you can, but you're not going to make 100% of your shots. But I try and give them the confidence that you can go out there and play freely, but being able to understand when we need to execute what that's about. And it's a collaboration. I'm not a dictator. I feel, for me, hopefully I've built the culture that they feel they feel supported, but they feel they have everything that they need to be successful, and we're building up in the right way, but making sure that my experience through the highs and lows that I've had will help us as we move forward, but I also lean in the experiences of them, because I think it's not about me. I need to do my job, they need to do their job, but most importantly we need to do it together.
Appreciate your time and insight. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach, talk about the impact on the game by having all of the games on free TV in New York City.
Yeah, how awesome is that, hey? Well, hopefully we get more and more fans and we can pack out this arena every single game. But look, I think that's a game changer, and free to air this. I just think if anyone sees the game one time, they're going to fall in love with it, and that's a win-win for both, isn't it? It's both for the TV station and also for us as a league, and especially the New York Liberty. So it just means we get more eyes on us and hopefully more fans.
What impact do you think the Olympic break will have on the season?
Yeah, it's always a tough one. It's a break in the season. It's like a stop, have a break, let's do pre-season and get back into it again. Yeah, we have 15 games post-Olympics. And it's finding that right balance, you know what I mean? I know last Tokyo in Phoenix, we struggled. We had a lot of injuries. We hit Tokyo. It wasn't a great experience for me, but USA came back and we went on a 10-game winning streak. So, sometimes time away from each other is good too. It's a little break. You never know what you need. And that's the year we lost in the final to Chicago. But I think every team will navigate it differently. For me, it's more like I don't want to just be all training. I want to give them some time off to freshen up a little bit and then get them refocused to, okay, now we've got the next part. So I'll just break it into some seasons, break it down. You got the first part of the season, you got the Commissioner's Cup season, and then you got the pre-Olympic, and then you got post-Olympic, and then the final. So try and break it down and set goals for each one so that we can maintain that motivation.
On day one, you talked about Marquesha Davis being impressed on day one, but you still needed more information, you still wanted to see it. So when you see the 3-on-3s in the studio, you see her getting defensive stops, getting with the bench, her getting shots, to see her coming into her own just in the week. How important is that going to be for you, especially throughout the season?
Oh, it's vital. This is a young player. She's going to have highs. She's going to have some. There's a lot of learning going on. She's trying to read the pockets where she can attack, when not. For me, I'm like, just play basketball. We will correct you. Don't just sprint in a shell, because we do. It's about reading and reacting off each other, but that takes a lot of time if you haven't been given that freedom to be able to do that. But she's a slasher. Now, Marquesha has to learn about the other players. The other players have to learn about her, because she can give us something that we don't have. So we're still in that process. So we've had some really good moments, and moments where she's like, oh, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. But defensively, she has that. So she needs to hang a hat on, playing defense, being disruptive, being a spark off the bench, getting our pace going, getting easy baskets in transition. The overall execution in the half court, that will come with time.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.